It's Food O'Clock on Real Ale Craft Beer, and welcome to another edition of Weird Food in a Tin. This is episode 8, and we're going to be taking a look today at some Fray Bentos chicken meatballs in tomato sauce. It's I nearly said 330 milliliter can then, but it's a 380 gram can. It's not a liquid beer, this is a liquid food. Let's get it out, let's open the tin then. I've done most, or if not all, of the Fray Bentos pies. I really enjoyed filming them. I really enjoy filming the tin foods. The chicken and mushroom pie is really good, the Fray Bentos. Well, all of them really. That big, fluffy, flaky pastry pie where the pastry's this fat and the actual meat is about, you know, 10 mil thick. But here's a look at the meatballs, and this is another product by them. But yeah, they're mostly famous for their... Whoa, look at that. Mostly famous for their pies in a tin. I'm trying to give this to you slowly so you can see them coming out the tin. They don't really want to come out the tin, to be honest. Well, there we go. Right. There's a look at the meatballs. Cold. Let's get them on the stove. And here are the meatballs hot. Here we go. Get them in a bowl. You can see now they're a lot less sticky. A lot less like a solid. As soon as you warm anything like this up, you can see straight away that it just turns itself, well, the juice goes very, very liquefied, and they actually look pretty decent. They actually look pretty good. I've looked at the ingredients, we'll get to that in a moment, but I've looked at how much chicken's in these chicken meatballs. You guys wouldn't believe it if I told you. Right, let's get into one of these. Jelly. They've got the consistency of a strange jelly. I think I picked the wrong utensil up as well. I think you really, really need a spoon for this. I think you really need to eat the tomato sauce with the meatballs because, well, I know it's boiling hot as well. I'm probably going to burn myself, but the tomato sauce is the only thing with any flavour in this meatball. Here we go then. So much better. Don't use a fork. Use a spoon. I'm going to cut one in half to show you the middle of it. Oh, there we go. There's the middle of the meatball. Oh! It's almost like I'm going to flick it at you. Flick the meatball at you. That's what it kind of... I bet you're all like... There it is. Have your medicine, young man. Oh, oh yeah, well, why does this class as weird food? Now, episode 8 of this is this episode. Episode 7 was the sausages and spaghetti in a tin. And some of you commented in the comments box saying, why is this weird food in a tin? This is normal food. Well, I just choose these things because the ingredients make me laugh. The ingredients really make me laugh. I mean, they call themselves chicken meatballs. And very funnily, let's get to it. To try and pimp up your Fray Bentos chicken meatballs. They've said on the side here, have you tried adding chopped cherry tomatoes whilst heating the meatballs to give that extra flavour? Well, I'm going to turn that around now onto Fray Bentos and say, have you tried putting more chicken content in your chicken balls, your chicken meatballs, to give a little bit more flavour? Here we go then. The content, the chicken content in the meatballs is 17%. 17%. So, there must be a legal thing out there. There must be a legal thing. What is the minimum percentage that Fray Bentos would be able to get away with putting the word chicken in front of the word meatball? And that's a good question for you guys, because I don't know. I don't know this answer. Might be worth Googling it up, because there must be a limit to what you can actually call a chicken meatball. 17%? That's really low. Really, really low. The rest is like wheat flour, calciums, carbonates, irons. I just can't work out what the rest is. Chicken fat, sugar. So it's probably just chicken fat. It's probably just chicken fat that is the actual 17% of the chicken, which makes it even more slightly kind of... there's some black pepper, loads of yeast extract, there's some ground coriander, some mace, citric acid and nutmeg. So plenty of flavours in there. Look, I mean, am I going to turn my nose up to these meatballs? No. Do I waste food? No. Did I buy them for review? Yes. Have I ever eaten them before? No. So I bought them for review. But another question I get asked a lot, or a lot of comments that come through, is, your diet is dreadful. I get that all the time. How come you're not 25 stone? I'm going to eat them. I'm going to eat them because they're actually quite delicious with the tomato sauce. But again, it doesn't stop it being a weird food in a tin. 17% chicken. And most of that is chicken fat. It's got to be weird food, hasn't it? It's certainly not normal food. They were £1. I picked them up in a pound store. It was either B&M, it was either Home Bargains, or it was Pound Stretcher. I bought them a while ago, but the date is still September 2022, so they got 13 months shelf life still on them. Good, you know, storage foods. I imagine, one more thing before I go, where did the humble meatball come from? Probably Italy, but the tin meatball probably was another byproduct of World War II when the rations were being given out, when we had to store food. Rating. Really weird consistency. You kind of know you're eating chicken fat now when you've kind of read the side of the can. But there's enough flour and stuff in there to make it passable. I'm not laughing about this product. I'm not kind of like standing here going, huh, can't believe the people who eat these. I'm not one of those people. But I will say, be careful. Don't eat this type of food all the time. It will make you ill long term. I promise you that. But I'm no Jamie Oliver. I'm no, you know, I'm not going to start jumping on my soapbox and, you know, telling you what to eat and what not to eat. I actually quite enjoyed them. They're worthy of a 5 out of 10. 5 out of 10 from Real Ale Craft Beer. Please put your comments in the comments box. Subscribe to our daily beer and food reviews. Give us a big fat thumbs up. Boom! Cheers.